Buenos nachos, everybody. I don't know about you, but I'm getting ready for some F.U.G.S. Good to see all of you. Hello, Mel. Buenos dias, Santiago. What's going on, Wolf? Hey, Roy, how are you, friend? Let's get F.U.G.S.ing. Going on, Sean? Hey, I know you. New follower, Bobcat Angel. So Bobcat Angel has the distinction of being my 100th follower on Twitch. How about that? Not bad for somebody new to the platform, right? Going on, Don? Don, to answer your text message, a lot better. Now that I'm settled in, it's a lot better. So, as a reminder, you're going to want to hover. If you are on your phone, you're going to want to go into the upper right-hand corner of the chat and activate, manage your information. Activate it so that your name can be seen, because in 22 minutes, we are going to have 25 of the hardest questions you've come across. How about that DiNucci performance on Thursday? You mean Ben DiNucci? That DiNucci? Or Emilio DiNucci, the driver? Because I'll tell you, Ben DiNucci, he plays football. They didn't win that one, did they, Roy? I don't think the Nooch could get them where they had to go. Couldn't get them to the promised land, could they? His sidearm knuckleball throws there. Everyone likes a good F.U.G.S.ing. It's true. This guy F.U.G.S. Yeah, he's gonna get cut. Yeah, yeah, yep. You know who's not gonna get cut? Josh freaking Allen. $258 million, more than half of it guaranteed, over the next 6 years. Second highest paid quarterback in the league. And all-around nice guy. Creepa, that is what she said. They did, yeah, they did. It did. There are a couple of things. He does actually beat Patrick Mahomes in guaranteed money, which is nice. Now, the good thing about guaranteed money, the good thing about having a huge signing bonus, is cap hit and converted cap hit. So it helped out Buffalo a lot. So. Dr. Eggman vibes. I appreciate that. It's actually funny. So should I use your real name, or you just prefer me to call you Bobcat or Bob? I mean, I'll call you Bob if you want me to. It's funny. So if I don't twirl the mustache up, it will actually get the Eggman, like, crazy, all direction bow tie looking look to it. So I could very easily cosplay Eggman. I could. About 30 pounds ago, I was about the same shape as him, too, but I've been steadily losing weight. Friends call you Angel. Okay, we'll go with Angel then. I'm assuming we're friends now. Oh, goodness. Yeah, honestly. Thursday, some of you guys can tell from the now deleted videos, I was not having a good day. Today, a lot better day. What's going on, Maestro? How you doing, bud? Today was a much better day. I'm starting to get settled in. And very, very excited for next week. Should be interesting. Heck yeah, we are. Good, Maestro. It's good to hear, man. Hey, I'm glad to be in a better mood, too. I am glad to be in a better mood. So I have 9 of you here. 8 of you are on Twitch. Roy, you're on YouTube. Roy, if you want to play the game show at 9:30 and you have a Twitch account, I would recommend signing into your Twitch account. This quiz, the quiz F.U.G.S, the fairly unknown game show, or F.U.G.S for short, because this guy F.U.G.S, is played with QuizKit, which means you can play from your computer or from your mobile phone, your cellular phone from the interwebs. It's touchscreen on your phone. It's click and play on your computer, unless you have one of those fancy touchscreen monitors, which I don't recommend. But we'll be accumulating points, and the winner gets absolutely nothing other than a shout out. So purely for bragging rights. Someday, if I get sponsored, I'll have stuff to give you away, but for now, this is the humble beginning. Episode 3. Oh, well, good luck on your business, Roy. I'm sure whatever it is, you're going to get a great deal out of it. By the way, Roy's buying the Clippers on an iPad. Are you Britney Spears? I've got to ask now. I thought I knew who you were. Now I think you might be Britney Spears. And if you get that joke, well, then you're up to date on pop culture. If you don't get that joke, bone up, buddy. All right, so I'll explain it. After making hundreds of millions of dollars, Britney Spears was able to buy her first ever iPad this week because she was under tight conservatorship. And they actually, her father, the head of the conservatorship, was limiting her internet use, and which wasn't allowed to have a computer, wasn't allowed to have a tablet. The only thing that she could go through was her iPhone. And even then, she had restrictions on her internet. So now that some of the conservatorship has been eased and she's currently suing to get her father removed, she was able to buy herself her first ever iPad. Her children have them, but she was not allowed to own one. So she posted a very giddy video of her being excited about her first ever iPad. That's where it comes from. Now, if you are not up to date on your pop culture like Britney Spears' iPad obsession, these questions are going to be tough. That man does deserve to go to jail. He has spent like $2 million of her own money fighting the lawsuits from her. Like, what does that tell you? Maestro, that's why you got to get into the art side of it. Art cards, sketch cards, and comic books, man. Autographs never do bad. Stick with actors. Very rarely do they change. And of course, some of you from my breaking days, from my regular breaking days, have a couple of those ultra rare DC the Breaker autos. I know a few of you in here do. I know a few of you in here have actually received DC the Breaker hugs. Those are ultra rare. You basically got to be local or know where I'm traveling to on a quarterly basis. All right, so we're gonna get cracking in 15 minutes. Thank you, Don. It is true. Yeah, Sean, Sean, Sean has arguably one of the best ones. Maestro does have a case, a flawless case signed by me. That is true. So Sean, hey now. Oh, what's going on, Skipper? Long time no talkie, my friend. No, I get it, man. I get it, Ice Wolf. Sounds like a plan. I'm sure Scott would love that. That would be his favorite thing. So Sean, longtime friend, great human being. Sean is the reason that this sits on my desk for the special breaks, for the hot cards that come out. He brought the throne back after my medical issue that caused me to accidentally throw out the old one. Skipper, don't take this the wrong way, or honestly, take it however you want to. I was thinking about you the other day when I was standing at Walmart looking at the toy section for my son, and I saw a huge, untouched, untampered, and unstolen Pokemon 4-pack with oversized card, and I was like, wow. And immediately, one of my favorite Pokemon professors, IEU, popped into my head, and I was like, I haven't seen Skipper in a while. I was just amazed it was not tampered with. Usually people rip them open and steal out of them, but it was like mint. I almost bought it just because they don't exist anymore. So back to poor Sean's getting his story interrupted by people I haven't talked to in a while. So Sean had mentioned that he wanted a DC the Breaker autograph. And I'm cheeky. If I was back living in England again, as most people said after they talked to me for 5 minutes, you're right cheeky, aren't you? I am cheeky. I said, nope, no autograph for you. And then, of course, because it was a note, I had to sign the note. So he didn't get an autograph. But I signed the note stating I was not giving him an autograph. So does he have one? Maybe not. You more than like. Hey, listen, I drool a lot. If it's gross, but it's true. I do drool, especially when opening really great cards. So yeah, you more than likely do. Maestro, more than especially you. Oh, Angel. You and Skipper, if Angel, so me and Angel were talking today, and she is a Pokemon player. Skipper is like legit, took the exam, official, certified, has the sticker and everything. No lie. We are talking, she is a full-blown, legit Poke professor. Like, a real one. Not just me being facetious. An actual one. So 10 minutes left. If you've got friends, I don't. But if you do, tell them we've got some spots left for the show. I can have up to, I don't know, 500 people. So we're about 489 short of the max. Feel free to grab friends. Tell them to sign in DC the Breaker. You ain't got to follow me. You don't have to subscribe to me. I love if you do, but you don't have to. I'm just here to entertain. So tell friends. Individuals play. Now, if you're already here, go ahead and make sure you click on the quiz kit overlay. If you're on mobile and you want to go to your chat. Well, you're my wife, so you kind of have to be my friend. Make sure you accept the ability to have your name viewed on there. Otherwise, you're going to end up being like user 3624, and that's lame. So get your name on the screen. Oh, Don. Don, that is either the smartest thing you could do or the dumbest thing you can do. Because now you have to figure, do I let her win? Does she just actually win? Or do I be a merciless husband? Listen, happy wife, happy life. Not if she wins. If she wins, then it was a smooth move. So while I won't be doing Thursdays or Fridays anymore, except for special occasion breaks like the upcoming Series 2 break, you can guarantee every Saturday I'll be doing F.U.G.S. Listen, I'm so dedicated to doing F.U.G.S, to F.U.G.sing. I'm so dedicated to F.U.G.sing that I'm missing the Lewis UFC interim heavyweight fight for you guys. And I love some Black Beast. That man is just amazing. Yeah, taken out of context, that's actually one of the more dangerous things I've ever said. But she just wins naturally. That is a picture perfect answer. I like that, Don. But yeah, I haven't missed a Lewis fight since he went pro. This will be the first fight I'm missing because I love all of you. As I tell you at the end of every single video. Angel, I know all your friends are watching, but you know what? You're going to have to make them sign up and log into theirs too. Let's see which one of your friends is the brightest or luckiest, because these are obscure. Now, I'm going to tell you, these are a little bit easier than last week's. Last week we had some negative numbers for total points. These ones I did cut you guys a little break. It's 25 questions. They're not too tough. Well, I mean, some of them are. And some of them aren't. Some of them are just evil. But anyway, the more people playing, the more fun. Yeah, negative 175,000. And that was her high score through 3 weeks. I've brought a treat with me today. This F.U.G.S is going to be sponsored. So, Maestro. The code for my luggage is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, that Blackbird cider. So Maestro, are you playing on your phone or on your PC, bud? It is. It is. It is a non-purchase sponsorship. Blackbird cider. It works. Yeah, that's right. The more of those I go through, the easier the questions are. All right, iPad. So if you are on Twitch and you are watching me through Twitch, you should have an overlay to the right of your screen on right about here. If it's not here, it'll say Quiz Kit. Then go to your chat button up here, and then go under. Actually, I guess I can put the rules up and everything now. Give me a second. We are going to be playing with high latency mode, so there is going to be a bit of time in between each of the questions. But there you go. All right, so go to the chat. You're going to go to, you're going to allow QuizKit access to your Twitch user ID or link identity. By linking your identity, it allows all it is, and I've looked it up, this is true. It's not taking any information other than your name, and it's allowing you to authorize me to have your name on my screen. Now, spoiler alert, I already took that permission from you when I decided to post the chat on my screen, so you're not giving up anything you haven't already involuntarily given me anyway. But it allows you to, when I do the scores, it allows your name to be next to your scores, and it allows you to do shout outs to yourself to brag whether you got a really high score, really low score. Now, with that said, if you do brag, I can't guarantee the whole thing is going to be on the screen. For some reason, that part of the overlay is hit or miss. But in 2 minutes, it's going to be the first question. So, last call for players. And Ice Wolf, I appreciate you setting me up for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 joke. Yeah, that's good. It is good. We had a guy walk in. He was with his significant. So, for those who don't speak Klingon, what I said is we had somebody come in. It was a gentleman with his significant other and a friend, and he's like, "Oh, I've tried your stuff once before. Could you steer me in the direction of something good?" And Angel and I were there, and we did a couple of real small samples. He's like, "All right, I need a case of these. Get me an empty box." So when I say this is delicious, it really is. Once you try it, it's really good. You know, I don't lie. I would tell you if something sucked. I do it all the time. I mean, I'm also biased because I don't drink beer. All I do is drink cider. All right. Uno minuto. Who's excited for their first F.U.G.S? Yeah. Scooper got me on that one. It is a little warm in here, so if you do hear the fan in the background, DC is getting toasty. Otherwise, it's quiet in here. This is my soundproof area. It's nice. But man, is it warm. Oh, I agree. All day, every day. All day, every day. Listen, I drank beer regularly until I was like 35. And then I just finally said, I got to stop lying to myself. Beer sucks. I don't like the taste of it. I tried. I told people I did. I pretended to. It sucks. It really does. Well, at least most American beer does. And I switched to cider and never looked back. What's up, Brent, man? How was the land of Cleves? And I'll have you answer that while I bring the first question up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some F.U.G.S in. It's the fairly unknown game show featuring yours truly, your fugly host, DC. Let's start with question number 1. Darth Vader is voiced by James Earl Jones. However, George Lucas also considered another person. Who was it? Was it Don LaFontaine, Mandy Patinkin, Engelbert Humperdinck, or Orson Welles? Darth Vader is voiced by James Earl Jones. However, George Lucas also considered another person. Who was it? Don LaFontaine, Mandy Patinkin, Engelbert Humperdinck, or Orson Welles? Kicking it off with a Star Wars question, eh? Aye, then. All right, so who was it? It was Orson Welles, the famed director, writer, actor who got his start in radio. Was originally also up for the voicing of Darth Vader. Fun fact, true story. I see 5 of you got that. All right, question number 2. Who was Walt Disney's favorite princess, according to him? Was it Ariel, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, or Snow White? Who was Walt Disney's favorite princess, according to him? Ariel, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, or Snow White? Now, I had a hard time getting a hold of Walt Disney to confirm this question, so I'm just going with what the internet says. And as we know, the internet doesn't lie, so what could go wrong? I think this is the only one I haven't checked firsthand. So this could all be a lie. Who knows? It's Cinderella. I actually found a website that had some amazing Disney trivia. I could do a 25-question obscure Disney trivia with this one website's questions. They were like super tough. I pulled this one from there, and every other question they did checked out, so I was comfortable putting this one in there. Question number 3. Who was the first actor to portray James Bond on screen? Was it Barry Nelson, George Lazenby, David Niven, or Sean Connery? Who was the first actor to portray James Bond on screen? Barry Nelson, George Lazenby, David Niven, or Sean Connery? There you go, Angel. She 50-50 shot, got it right. 50% of the time, you're right every time. And boy, oh boy, is this a bit of a trick question. Because the answer is Barry Nelson. Now, you're going, who the is Barry Nelson? Well, one of you knew who Barry Nelson was, or one of you are pretty good at Googling. Barry Nelson played James Bond in a television show for one episode about 70 years ago. He is the first Bond to ever be on screen. Google it. I'll wait. No, I won't. We got a show to do. Question number 4. In which state did the short-lived series Freaks and Geeks take place? Was it Florida, New York, Michigan, or Wisconsin? In which state did the short-lived series Freaks and Geeks take place? Was it Florida, New York, Michigan, or Wisconsin? Who remembers Freaks and Geeks? Oh, I think I've had a Freaks and Geeks question every week. That's how good that show was. If you don't know what Freaks and Geeks is, after this is over, do yourself a favor and just watch the pilot. And then tell me you don't know every single actor in the show. The answer? Michigan. Michigan. Or, as some people call it, Michigan. Nobody calls it that. Nobody. Question number 5, and then we'll do our first peek at the scores. Okay, wait, there's a couple things going on here. First of all, Angel, you have a friend named Fang. Let's start there. Let's unpack that first. Fang? Hey, Fang. What's up, Fang? Fang. And then somebody named Fang is spitting drinks at Florida. People have been shot for less. Question number 5. The song I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett and the Heartbreakers is a cover. Which band sang the original? Is it the Animals, the Beatles, the Arrows, or the Zombies? The song I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, is a cover. Which band did the original? The Animals, the Beatles, the Arrows, or the Zombies? Fun fact, I am so old, I saw Joan Jett live in 2000 in Bahrain or Dubai. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I was drinking a lot of Strongbow in the year 2000. I really can't tell which one is Dubai and which one's Bahrain, but it was somewhere in the Middle East. Anyway, she was there. It was great from what I remember. Did I make up the name The Animals? Oh, honey, I'm so glad you're pretty. The answer is the Arrows. The Arrows. I've never heard of them, but hey, that's the answer. Strongbow was delicious. Their new recipe, the golden apple, is like a turd. It's like a turd floating in a bottle of goat pee. The original Strongbow, now that was delicious. Just saying. All right, 5 questions in. Let's see those scores. Skipper at 5,475. First place, Ice Wolf in second with 3,983. Don with 238 points, staying above water. Negative 2,521 points for Sean at number 4, and Angel, number 5, negative 3,551. Listen, there's double-digit negatives in the overalls. I told you these weren't easy. What is Paul McCartney's middle name? Is it George, Paul, John, or Ringo? Hey, what is Paul McCartney's middle name? Is it George, Paul, John, or Ringo? It is one of these. 4. It is. I know you're Googling right now. It's okay. You're just not going to get as many points as the people who actually know it. And you know what? They're going to sleep better tonight knowing that they didn't cheat and use Google. The answer, Paul McCartney's middle name is Paul. It's because Paul McCartney's first name isn't Paul. Paul McCartney goes by his middle name. So no, it's not Paul McCartney. Paul is Paul's middle name, and he goes by Paul. There you go. How do you feel now? Like, oh, Paul McCartney. He likes to go by Pee-Pee for short. Hey, Pee-Pee. Good old Pee-Pee McCartney. Question number 7. Fang's spitting the rest of his drink out now. Which duo won the first Grammy for Best Rap Performance? Is it Two Live Crew, Hall & Oates, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, or NWA? Which duo won the first Grammy for Best Rap Performance? Is it Two Live Crew, Hall & Oates, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, or NWA? That answer is so stupid. Oh, goodness. I'm not going to lie, this is my second cider of the night, and for those who know me, know that 1 is usually my limit. Right, Danny, Hall & Oates, right? I mean, come on now. Rap duo, Hall & Oates? The answer for who won the first Grammy for Best Rap Performance is DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, and I love whoever picked Hall & Oates. I really hope, Skipper, that was you, because that just makes you that much cooler. 5 more ciders, and it's I flip a coin. Heads or tails, you got a 50-50 shot. Aw. Excuses. Question number 8. What year was 47 years after Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird was published? Is it 1960, 1997, 1977, or 2007? What year was 47 years after Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird was published? 1960, 1997, 1977, or 2007? Make y'all do math. What? Just saying. Oh, I got it, Skipper. That makes sense. Who's the quarterback for the Eagles again? I forgot. Well, Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird was published in 1960. 47 years after that is 2007. 2007. Couldn't Google that one quickly, could you? DC's getting mean. Well, I know it hurts, Skipper, but you got to tell me who the quarterback is. I didn't say he was going to be good. I just want to know his name. Question number 9. Who's the protagonist in The Lord of the Flies? Is it Alejandro, David, Chief Wiggums, or Ralph? Who's the protagonist in Lord of the Flies? Alejandro, David, Chief Wiggums, or Ralph? And you know what, Don? I think you'd be a fantastic architect. Was I listening to Lady Gaga when I wrote this question? Maybe. Possibly. No. The answer is Ralph. Ralph. A fun fact. Oh, hey now. Don scored 9K. I refuse to acknowledge Joe Flacco. Good call. Most of the NFL does too. Yeah. Oh, Mike, what's up, buddy? Negative 57,649. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, that's yikes. Negative 16 at 230. Oh, goodness gracious. Question number 10, then we'll do an update. Who was the first female member of the Justice Society, which eventually became the Justice League? Was it Evelyn, Supergirl, Power Girl, or Wonder Woman? Who was the first female member of Justice Society, which eventually became the Justice League? Was it Evelyn, Supergirl, Power Girl, or Wonder Woman? This one might be tricky. Just saying. Or it could be really obvious. Or it could be super tricky because it's really obvious. Or it could be R, none of the above. Yeah, it was Wonder Woman. It was Wonder Woman. Just saying. I like that nobody selected Evelyn. Who can tell me, where is Evelyn from? One of those is not like the others. Skipper knows. Skipper can tell me without telling me that she knows. All right, let's update those scores. Ice Wolf taking the commanding lead with 24,958. Skipper, 10 grand and 60 pennies. Angel, 1,934, hanging in there. Creepa, well, you got a negative in front of yours. 2,089. That's right, He-Man, Evelyn, is a baddie. Don, negative 3 grand and 97 cents. Question number 11. Who was originally slated to play Red Feather, Pocahontas's pet turkey? Was it Bob Denver, John Belushi, Chris Farley, or John Candy? Who was originally slated to play Red Feather, Pocahontas's pet turkey? Bob Denver, John Belushi, Chris Farley, or John Candy? Hey, it only takes one sometimes. Nice, Ice Wolf, I dig it. I like what they did with Evelyn in the new one. I'm not necessarily saying I like the new He-Man, but I do like what they did with Evelyn. The answer to this is John Candy was originally going to play Red Feather, Pocahontas's pet turkey. After the untimely death of John Candy, they just decided to scrap the character altogether because they just couldn't see anybody else playing it. So there's your answer. Those might have been gunshots. Didn't have as much crack as a gunshot did, but those were loud. Question number 12. Who is the godmother of Miley Cyrus? Is it Betty Page, Dolly Parton, Betty White, or she doesn't have one? Who is the godmother of Miley Cyrus? Is it Betty Page, Dolly Parton, Betty White, or she doesn't have one? Skipper, that's true. As a matter of fact, they recorded about 70% of the dialogue for the movie with Chris Farley. And Shrek was going to be a very different type of ogre than the one he ended up being at the hands of Mike Myers. By the way, Mike Myers did an amazing job. The Chris Farley Shrek was going to be a very timid and soft-spoken, so to speak, onion-layered ogre. All right, so who's Hannah Montana's godmother? It's Dolly Parton. Yeah, that apple fell far from that tree. I'm not hating on Miley. She can do her own thing. She deserves it. Miley, honey, I know you're watching. You do you. Don't let anybody else tell you what to do. There you go. By the way, Dolly Parton is a saint, and if there's not statues built of her when she passes, I am moving to Sweden. Question number 13. Which hit was not written by Prince? How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore by Alicia Keys. You're My Love by Kenny Rogers. Telephone by Beyonce. Or Manic Monday by the Bangles. Which hit was not written by Prince? How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore by Alicia Keys. You're My Love by Kenny Rogers. Telephone by Beyonce. Or Manic Monday by the Bangles. So, believe it or not, Prince wrote 3 of these. Which one did he not write? Prince wrote like 24 number 1 hits for other people, including Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor, which I think about a year, maybe 2 years before he died, he actually did a concert, played the song, and it is recorded and uploaded to YouTube. And Prince's version is stellar. Now, I might be biased considering I'm actually sitting in the Prince Rogers Nelson studio of Lockport, and, you know, it's kind of named after him. It's actually Telephone by Beyonce. Yes, he wrote a hit for Kenny Rogers. Yes, he wrote a hit for the Bangles. Yes, he wrote a hit for Alicia Keys. Didn't write one for Queen Bee. I'm not a Beyonce fan. Beyonce, I know you're not watching, so I don't have to apologize. Jay-Z, don't shoot me, bro. I'm tired of getting shot at. Thank you. Question number 14. What child star from the Wonder Years put acting on hold in order to become a mathematician? Is it Danica McKellar, Fred Savage, Daniel Stern, or Josh Saviano? What child star from the Wonder Years put acting on hold to become a professional mathematician? Danica McKellar, Fred Savage, Daniel Stern, or Josh Saviano? Fun fact, DC was blaring Prince songs when he set up the studio because it's the Prince Rogers Nelson studio of Lockport. And it's got a gorgeous purple shag carpet that you just can't see from here. I'd show you, but I'm not wearing pants. That just makes it weird. I mean, I'm wearing shorts, I'm just not wearing pants. It's Winnie. Danica McKellar. She became a mathematician. True story. Winnie for the win. Do I own a beret when I do my Mythbusters cosplay? When Mrs. the Breaker asks nicely for me to put the beret on, and I talk like Jamie Heineman. Question number 15. Who holds the record for most appearances on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine? Is it Kiss, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, or the Rolling Stones? Who holds the record for most appearances on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine? Is it Kiss, the Beatles, or the Rolling Stones? I know. So once you hit it, are you allowed to switch your answer? I don't even know. My interface doesn't tell me that information. You're welcome, Ice. Nope, it doesn't allow you to. Oh, you gotta lock it in. Yikes. The answer: the Beatles. The Beatles have been featured on Rolling Stone magazine over 30 times. So there you go. Apparently it's the 4th of July. Let's check the scores. Mappy, 34,251. Ace Wolf, 22,173. Creepa, 21,441. Skipper, 6454. And Angel, you're hanging in there with 1590. Mappy, we've got a new leader. What up, Mappy? Glad you're here. Glad you're winning. Let's see if anybody can knock him off. Which of these languages can Natalie Portman not speak? French, Italian, Hebrew, or Japanese? Which of these languages can Natalie Portman not speak? French, Italian, Hebrew, or Japanese? Je parle français. Très bien. This actually is price. A fun fact. This is a story as I was told. One of the guys I went to high school with at Orchard Park High School went to Harvard with Natalie Portman. He was also Jewish, and he met her in Temple, and they dated for a while, and he had to break up with her because she was a smoker. That is the story I was told. I'm just passing along what I was told. I don't doubt it. He was a handsome fella. Football player, whole 9 yards. Good student, too. Obviously, I mean, he's in Harvard. So she can't speak Italian, but she's conversational in French, Japanese, and of course, being from Israel, she speaks Hebrew. Israel, Palestine, whatever it is at the moment. Question number 17. Which of the following actors or actresses have trained in acrobatics? Charlie Sheen, Jennifer Lawrence, Gal Gadot, or Margot Robbie? Which of the following actors, actresses have trained in acrobatics? Charlie Sheen, Jennifer Lawrence, Gal Gadot, or Margot Robbie? Ah, there you go. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. So this one, which of the following actors or actresses have trained in acrobatics? Unless snorting cocaine is a form of acrobatics, I don't think it's Charlie Sheen. I would say this is almost a 50-50 between Gal Gadot and Margot Robbie. But if anybody has seen either of the Suicide Squad movies, you would know Margot Robbie does all of her own silk acrobatics in them. It is actually her doing all of her tumbling and in the new one, chain work. But in the first one, she was working with silks. She's actually a trained acrobat. Like, trains on her own, as in that's her hobby, is acrobatics. Yeah, it's true, Ice Wolf. Question number 18. At the end of James Bond filmed Skyfall, who replaces Dame Judi Dench as the new M? Is it Dolph Lundgren, Ralph Fiennes, Jerry Dorsey, or Rip Torn? At the end of James Bond film Skyfall, who replaces Dame Judi Dench as the new M? Is it Dolph Lundgren, Ralph Fiennes, Jerry Dorsey, or Rip Torn? If you don't know this, I'm going to tell you right now, I love Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren is a Swedish national treasure, and I'm glad he chose to live in America. How much I love Dolph Lundgren is probably greatly understated. Rip Torn, a great name. Rest in peace, Rip. Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes replaces Dame Judi Dench as the new M. Jerry Dorsey, if I'm not mistaken, Jerry Dorsey is Engelbert Humperdinck's real name. Just saying. Pretty sure Jerry Dorsey is Engelbert Humperdinck. Not to be confused with Prince Humperdinck, who fired Miracle Max. Question number 19. Which main actor has appeared in the most Marvel Cinematic Universe movies? Is it Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Digby Smarmson, or Scarlett Johansson? Which main actor has appeared in the most Marvel Cinematic Universe movies? Is it Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Digby Smarmson, or Scarlett Yo-Yo-Ma? Huppadink, huppadink, huppadink. I'm not listening. You saying that word? You told me you would never say that word. I love The Princess Bride so much that the only person, and most of you know this, the only person I've ever been starstruck in front of is Carrie Elwes. I was John Travolta's bodyguard, and that didn't bother me. Carrie Elwes, I almost peed my pants. Just saying. He's only mostly dead. Chris Evans has appeared in the most Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Don't forget, he wasn't just Captain America. He was also the Human Torch. That's right, Don. He was the Human Torch. Is that ScarJo hype? Is that what that is? I made up Digby Smarmson. I'm glad none of you chose it. Question number 20. Which Nobel Prize winner's tomb is encased in an inch of lead to prevent visitors from getting radiation poisoning? Albert Einstein, James Chadwick, Erwin Schrödinger, or Marie Curie? Which Nobel Prize winner's tomb is encased in an inch of lead to prevent visitors from getting radiation poisoning? Is it Albert Einstein, James Chadwick, Erwin Schrödinger, or Marie Curie? Is Schrödinger even in his tomb? Ice Wolf, no matter what happens, you're the effing MVP, buddy. I love that response. Is Schrodinger even in his tomb? Only one way to find out, right? Marie Curie has an inch of lead lining her tomb because of her radiation exposure, which eventually killed her, by the way. While she discovered the two radioactive elements of the periodic table that she discovered, she actually subjected herself unknowingly, to some degree, to most degree, to radiation. And she is so irradiated that her corpse sets off meters. She dealt with so much radiation, her notebooks that she used to record her findings are radioactive, and you must wear a rad suit in order to preview her notes. Fact. Dig it. Mappy, hanging on to that lead, 35,398. Creepa, 26,377. Ice Wolf, 22,944. Skipper, 18,784. And Angels hanging in with 5,100. Hanging in there. And then there were 5. Last 5 questions. Which country consumes the most chocolate per capita? Is it Belgium, Switzerland, Norway, or the United States of America? Which country consumes the most chocolate per capita? Is it Belgium, Switzerland, Norway, or the United States of America? That's right. You might not be winning, but you got exposure out of it, right? Oh, and I'm going to totally spill the tea for those who don't know. Angel is a big-time up-and-coming animator and will be doing some amazing things that you guys are going to see in the near future. So I would become her friend now before she gets uber famous and doesn't have a followable social media. The answer is Switzerland. No, the tubby people of America don't eat the most chocolate per capita. It's the Swiss. It's almost like Swiss chocolate is a thing. Or Swiss mocha? I'll see myself out. Thank you. Delish. Question 22. Which is the only edible food that never goes bad? Hardtack, oyster crackers, honey, or Twinkies? Which is the only edible food that never goes bad? Hardtack, oyster crackers, honey, or Twinkies? Well, if you don't know what hardtack is something that was given to the soldiers in the Civil War that was dunked into their coffee because it was so hard it could break your teeth by trying to bite into. In addition to that, a lot of creepy crawlies used to grow and live on there, and the only protein they would get in their diet was the bugs that were living in their hardtack. Yeah, Civil War sucked. Multiple reasons. Thankfully, the answer is honey. Honey. Nothing like a bunch of bee vomit to never go bad. Don's like, Twinkies don't stay in our house long enough to go bad. So there was a urban legend that Twinkies have an indefinite shelf life. That's actually categorically false, and this is hilarious. President Bill Clinton put a Twinkie in a time capsule because he was one of the people that thought that the Twinkie would be fine. So I can't wait for 20 years from now when that gets opened and that nasty looking used to be Twinkie is pulled out. There will be a story behind that one. Mine said honey, heart said Twinkies. My thighs say Twinkies. Question 23. How many bones do a shark have in their body? Is it 0, 2, 1, or 216? How many bones do sharks have in their bodies? 0, 2, 1, or 216? From the musical Spam-A-Lot? I mean, if it's Spam-A-Lot spam, I think that lives forever. For those who don't know what Spam-A-Lot is, we're not going to break it to you. All right, so how many bones do sharks have in their bodies? Yeah, none. 0. No bones. Nada. Sharks are made entirely of cartilage. Sharks are made, well, not entirely of cartilage. The main structure is cartilage. No bones. No bones about it. That's right. That's right, Don. Make no bones about it. The jawbones themselves are actually cartilage. You can break apart a shark bone, a shark jawbone. But it is a harder cartilage, just like you have different cartilage in different parts of your body. Anatomy and physiology, too. Oh, well, that's what you get for having a scientist in your room. Question number 24. What flavor is Cointreau? Is it lavender, skeet, orange, or violets? What flavor is Cointreau? Is it lavender, skeet, orange, or violets? Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. Is Fang a scientist? Is Fang a scientist? Yeah, I can see. So, over here we got Dr. Fang. Dr. Fang, what have you found? Yeah, man, sharks got no bones. None. Thank you, Dr. Fang. I mean, that's how it went in my head. All right, so what flavor is Cointreau? Yeah, it's orange. Big skeet. Skeet flavor. Oh, man. Ha, ha, ha. Ah! The whole room just shouted skeet. Oh, somebody needs desperate help. And I love you for it. Oh, the whole room shouted skeet. Yeah, that's the one time Fang didn't spit something out of his mouth. All right, final question. How many molecules of oxygen does ozone have? 0, 2, 1, or 3? How many molecules of oxygen does ozone have? 0, 2, 1, or 3? Hey, scientist, if you don't get this one right, you suck. Don, 2 over the last 5 hours. Not many. But Skeet's funny. Skeet is very funny. All right, so anybody who knows the molecular compound for ozone knows that it is O3, which means 3 molecules of oxygen. And it is a pale purple to blue in liquid form. Fun fact. O3 is the compound name of ozone. Did the scientist get that right? All right, let's see the final results. Winner is Mappy. Mappy, the big winner, 99,970. Skipper, 70,600. Creeping in the top 3, 60,155. Ice Wolf, 48,168. And Angel, hanging on to the final spot, 15,336. You know, Don, it's okay. You're still one of my favorite people in the world. So, Mappy 1984, you will be receiving a shout out. Yes, am scientist. Yes, am scientist. You will be receiving a shout out tomorrow when I edit the video. I'm not going to edit the video, but when I change the parts of the video, I will be putting your name as the big winner in there. So, congratulations, Mappy 1984, and thank you everybody for playing along in episode 3 of F.U.G.S. All right, the obligatory questions and answers at the end. What did you guys think? Let's get some feedback so next week is even better. Mike, you did. I just didn't show the scores because I didn't want to insult you. I mean, no, Michael, you didn't. Or did you? I guess it's too late. I deleted them. I'm only showing top 5 moving forward. Much fun as always. Well, you know, I try to make it interesting. All in oats. Well, I would think so, Mappy. You won. These were easier. They were. Maybe you didn't take the time to think them through. Maybe. Oh, goodness gracious. So, Sundays are now my only day off for the month of August. I will only be off on Sundays. Well, Creepa, let's just say ignorance is bliss, my friend. It isn't named F.U.G.S because it's easy. That's right. So there it is. That's, I guess no feedback is good feedback. I got a couple people saying that it was good. Mappy says it was very nice. Mappy is a winner, so I hope they liked it. But there you go. So coming up next week, I don't believe I'm gonna have series 2 of the Interstellar or Intergalactic boxes. It may be the following week. But as soon as I get those, I will get you guys to go to the website. We'll get those sold as fast as possible. Well, good, Angel. That's the goal. It's to make you feel good. And if anything, getting an answer wrong is the best way to find the right answer, since I do show the right answers. So you will walk away with some knowledge, like maybe Cointreau doesn't taste like skeet. Great thing to take away from it. So yeah, I work Monday through Saturday. Saturdays, and then I do this Saturday night. Sunday is going to be my day off for the week. As soon as I get more information about the next product we have for sale, I will let you guys know. I will announce it on my Instagram. If you don't follow my Instagram, it's pretty difficult to find. It's the exact same thing for Twitch, at DC the Breaker. I haven't been updating it as much because I have been a busy beaver over the last couple of weeks. But once I get settled into the new position a little bit better, I will have more content to put out. And once my schedule balances out, I will have even more things to put up. But since this is the only time I get to, this time right now and all day tomorrow is the only time I get to spend with Mel and James, I am going to leave you people away now. Your bestie Sam asks, what the F is skeet? Ice Wolf says, if you think of it, and it's week after next, if it's on Thursday through Saturday, text me. I'm going to be at a con, but I want to try to buy a box. Ice Wolf, I will make sure I get you the heads up. I don't think we're going to do a buyer's limit of 3 like we did last time. I think now it's going to be first come, first serve. I just ask that people don't buy all 25 of them. Try to have some compassion for your compadres. You're welcome, Brent. Love you, buddy. Angel. It might be better if you explain it to Sam, because if I explain it to Sam, ish is going to get awkward pretty quickly. Anyway, as I tell you every night, and every night it's true, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me. I know there's a bazillion places that you could be going to talk about skeet on the internet, but instead you are here talking skeet with me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the subcockles of my heart. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. I want to do this again next week, and I can't do it without you. So please keep it on the calendar. Give me a follow. I mean, I don't care if you subscribe. If you do it, great. Puts my kid through college. Otherwise, just be here. And we're going to have as much fun. In order to be here, though, you do need to take care of yourselves and each other, because nobody else will. So be safe. Come back and see me on Saturday, and we're going to have exactly the same amount of fun or more, not guaranteed.